So we're gonna continue on playing Dark Side of the Kingdom, and now we're on the third level, called Midnight in a Perfect World, made by a real Mario gamer. And ROM hack he built, put in parentheses to the right of the name. So yeah, real Mario gamer's hack he built, Super Mario and Super Ollie World. So yeah, pretty much like, if that person also made a ROM hack of their own before having contributed to Dark Side of the Kingdom, then Egadd decided to mention that ROM hack they made as well, not just the author, but also the ROM hack they made. So yeah, this is coming from the author of ROM hacks I've never heard of, Real Mario Gamer. So yeah, it's not just Buried Alive, as you can see, who built these levels. In fact, there's a... yeah, I knew that was going to be there. This is definitely looking a little more varied than the other two levels. I mean, the other two are just vanilla. Not like there's anything wrong with vanilla in the first place. And here you have palettes. Well, custom palettes, not anymore, but still. I like the look of this anyway. Mixed tile sets. These go actually pretty well together. I'm surprised. What happens if you try and do the spin dash attack? It doesn't even work on the Chuck. What the hell? That Wario dash attack didn't even work on the Chuck, so I wonder what it's going to be good for. Hopefully it's not like the ground pound in Sakari, where it ultimately proves to be useless. Midpoint. Wonder if I'm ever going to actually use that Wario dash attack. Probably not. But we'll have to see. No, it still doesn't work? You can't kill the Chucks with it. Maybe, like, because they're bigger enemies, but... okay, let's try and kill this Koopa with it. I hope I can kill the Koopa with a Wario dash attack. Yup. Okay, so it isn't completely useless. I was nervous there for a second. In fact, before I played this, well, collab, I didn't even know how to get the dash attack to work. I was using a running button, it was just, I was using the wrong running button the whole time, so I never got anything done. Yeah, I know. Not like the attack has proved ultimately useful. I got hit twice, just from me trying to use it. So far the attack hasn't proved to be useful, but isn't completely useless. I mean, it does do some things, but if you haven't used the attack, yet you've done everything else enough, then, well... you're probably not going to actually need it, considering you can just do everything else just as well. That's how I feel about the Wario dash attack. Now, who made this next level? Limehouse, made by Mr. Deppelman, who is the author of Deppelmania, a work in progress that will never be finished because Mr. Deppelman is banned for posting porn images. Oh wow. And there's that Limehouse! Okay, it doesn't look like a house, but whatever it is, it's pretty damn good. So yeah, this hack aims to be like a really good Chalk and Vanilla collab. Reminding me of things like JC Games collab, and well, just most people who try and get to Undy's level of aesthetics but haven't quite reached there yet. Just trying out custom palettes, mixing tile sets, sort of where I was with Way of the M. In a pretty early stage. Works pretty well, I can tell you. Proof that you don't need ASM and such advanced gimmicks to make a hack good. Sometimes people get carried away with things like that and they change the rules of the game. Sometimes they screw it up. No need to fix what isn't broken. That's how the old saying goes, I think. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, there's probably going to be no ASM advancements here, but hell, it doesn't even matter for people like me. And okay, that's just coins. So far, I think the level name is false advertising. It's not a Limehouse, it's just... maybe it should have been called Lime Cave. Okay, that's pretty tricky, but... yeah, I guess you're meant to use one of the blocks to knock out the football. Yeah, you are meant to use the block to knock out the football. You only get 2 tries though, but at least it's 2 tries still. It's false advertising, the level name, as I may have already said, because this is a cave and not a house. You should have called it the Lime Cave, Mr. Deppelman. But I say that's much too late. Or the level name could still be changed, although Mr. Deppelman will never get the memo. I seriously think this should be called the Lime Cave instead of the Lime House, because I haven't seen anything resembling a house at all in this level. Nothing. Alright. Now, who made the next level? So far, I've had levels by Buried Alive, Real Mario Gamer, and Mr. Deppelman. And now, it's Lunar Mario 17's turn to have his level showcased. Author of Mario Brothers Return. Another work in progress that I don't know what the status of that is. In fact, I never even heard of this person. Maybe we'll figure out what's going on here after we play his level. So it's called Summertime Jewel. Yeah, yet another fine level. Well, for World 1 anyway. There's definitely enough going on to make the level playable. So yeah, let's just... Yeah, there's a springboard there. There's enough going on that makes you want to play the level and see what's coming up next. As I can say, these are all generic World 1 levels, and they're doing a pretty good job at that. Mr. Deppelman may have had a few tricky things, but I don't know if the beginner would immediately know to throw the block at the football, or just get stuck at the football, but after having played this long enough, I'd be fine with it. Okay, there is probably a secret. Yep, the left arrow telling you to carry the trampoline and bring it left. But now what happens? Okay, I want to drop down the ledge and see what's next, but... Oh, alright. Pretty big stretch for the first world, but... doesn't really matter. I'm good enough at this anyway, so yeah. Easy enough, so yeah. And the end of the level is right here. Now let's see who made this level. Alright, who made the next level? Lunar Mario 17 didn't do too bad a job. Now I get to Padded Shell by Sockbat Replica, author of Boris. Except the tile set is very strange here. What was it called again? Padded something? Except this is a really awkward looking tile set. These castle windows, it irks me a bit. These castle windows have been resized and made into actual ground, which really doesn't fit with the forest background. Arches, the whole arches and castle thing, the whole arches and castle windows somehow being turned into ground by some miracle, really doesn't fit with the forest background. It just doesn't sit with me well. It's not like the level is too horribly designed, even though it's just very simple and generic, with few enemy types actually, and just very similar platforms, because, well, yeah, only using 2 different sets of platforms and question blocks and a midpoint, but still, that's about it. Little variety going on here. And, like, my biggest concern is, like, the clash between the foreground and the background. Like, they look nothing alike. How does the forest relate to all these arches and castle stuff? It just doesn't sit with me. Honestly, this doesn't sit well with me. It just looks too odd to be believable. After we get out of this weird level, I don't know what will be next. Alright, now whose turn is it next? So Sockbat Replica made that really weird padded shell level with another strange title. Hate Rock Thwomp, made by King Hacks, author of The Lost Woods, who has actually built some other ROM hack quite a while for. So Hate Rocks. It's this castle. Wait, I wonder if SMW King 2000 just dropped the level and maybe King Hacks picked up from where I left off, or I don't know. So far, it's looking simple enough. This is the World 1 castle, but I'm assuming we're gonna have to play all the secret exits. Okay. That's a pretty stupid dragon coin placement, if you ask me. Right where you're gonna fall in the hole. Unless if maybe you have to grab it. Maybe if, like, grabbing the dragon coin hitbox is, like, really lenient, then you're supposed to just grab it by getting as close as you can to the edge as possible without actually falling in. Yup. Is that the author's intent? Because that is silly. With the using the lenient hitbox to get as close as you possibly can to the ledge without falling in to grab that coin. Well, you don't have to grab the coin, but still, I'm highlighting it anyway because I'm not sure if that was the author's intent. Because I don't know if that's the best way to be putting coins, even though, well, you don't have to get them. But still, I had to bring that up. So yeah, I have to go down here, because, well, looky here. Switch. Get down! Uh-oh. That's not good. Don't want to take hits. So now we end up in... And I'm assuming that... Yeah, a coin is only if you can, well, get through that P-switch thing fast enough. Which is pretty much fair, and this is tricky. Gotta dodge spikes while jumping across these blocks. It's a tricky thing for World 1, considering you don't see it coming right away, but still. Boss door. Are the bosses even done or not? I don't think this boss was finished. And now we get plopped right into this level, but I want to kill the Lakitu before I go and check to see who made this, because, well, the Lakitu could just kick my ass. Who made this? Restless Water. Made by, oh, Egadd, the guy who's leading this right now. Also responsible for Mario vs. the Economy. ROM hack where the point of the game is not to just get to one set ending, but to grab all the coins. But I'm also thinking... Okay, first I need to get the mushroom, then I want to bring this point of concern up. These pieces of wood here, let me tell you, these pieces of wood are normally used as these are normally solid pieces of wood. I'm confused as to why you're using the wood from, well, the mushroom tile set as decoration. Well, the second logs set from the mushroom tile set. Why is it being used as decoration? You'd think you could jump on it, but no, you can't. For that being normally used as solid tiles and not decoration, just, yeah. Now, let Sprite memory error. That's what it looked like. For a short while, anyway, it was Sprite memory error. And of course, this is problematic because, well, Lakitu just loves to be problematic. And there, I don't know how to reach. Unless I'm missing something. So there's the first. I'm assuming this would be a secret level, am I right? And what did I just do to go in that pipe? Where did I just end up? Hopefully not somewhere... this doesn't look familiar enough. Though the level looks similar enough in background, like things look the same, I don't recall actually being in this part of the level. I seriously thought I was jumping on ground, but no, it's just decoration. After having seen all those pieces of wood, like, so being used as decoration, I mean, being used as solid blocks, like in the original game, I'm baffled to its use as decoration. And now, who made the other level after it? Shroom Gumpas, made by Shadow Phoenix. Mario's Dream, The Fallen Star, another work in progress I haven't checked out. But apparently Shadow Phoenix had submitted that to C3 and, well, I didn't check his thing out, so let's just see what happened here. I like what happened here. Tide levels usually sit well with me. Well, just because it's a tide level. I don't know what it is with tide levels. Except, is he going to use the tide in something crazy, or is it just going to be there to make it look nice? Or just, well, just to be like an average part of the level. So you have to go under. Yeah, you have to go under. Red piranha plant stems. I don't know how to fix that. Apparently I should learn how to get that fixed, but I don't know. Maybe I'll figure out one of these days. Not like there's anything wrong with the red stems, except for the fact that they're red and normally the stems are green, but I don't know how to fix it. And yes, there's things going on with the tide. A few things. Okay, there's that spike ball, so you're supposed to spin jump on it or jump over it, whatever. So the tide was used in a few things. Nothing truly special and glaring yet. But still. And here's a bonus room. This is simple enough. I mean, wait, the tide's gone, so now what? And then the next level leads you to a bonus. This is a... Now we're in an endless bonus game? What? Okay, we end up... Okay, now we're in this level. Except I think I know what the bonus game was for. I did get 100 stars, so... Yeah. It actually does make sense. But who made this level with the new graphics? Ninjas in the Rocks. Also made by Sockbat Replica. The guy who made that really weird and awkward forest level where the background and foreground just did not merge together. But here, it's also a little awkward, but less so. Although, I definitely like the foreground like that he drew. Well, I think he drew it. Bunch of it does look similar to the original underground set from the original game. Much of this does look like the original underground tile set, but I guess some of the redraws have been done to make it look more mechanical. I don't know, it looks a bit more like mechanized, but yet the background just looks like your average cave. So yeah, I'm not sure what the intent of making the foreground look a bit more futuristic and machine-like is doing. Not sure what this is achieving, considering the background is still looking the same. Background still looks like it's from the same time period, though. This foreground looks like it's a bit from the future. It's like they advanced in time, but it's like only half the level advanced in time. The other half just forgot. They just forgot to take the other half. I don't know. It could easily be something else, this whole round. Yeah, like the modifications to the underground tile set could easily be something else. It could not have anything to do with the future. I could easily be wrong about that, but still. It's just a thing I'm thinking about. Who knows? While I admire Sockbat Replica's attempts to be unique, they just feel a little awkward. I think we have time for one more. It's a ghost house made by... We better shout out whoever made this. Weeping Wall by Real Mario Gamer again. This is the 11th level. Soon enough, we're gonna have half this monster done. Well, actually, a quarter of this monster has been done in terms of levels. But I'm gonna be having played half the levels in the quarter of the levels, or 1/3 of the levels, whatever. So, I haven't done a quarter of the ROM hack yet. In fact, a bunch of this is unfinished. There's only like 40 playable levels or something. So yeah. So far, wait. Castle oh, I thought it was underground tile sets for a second there. It's just castle. Castle tile sets with ghost house tile sets mixed in. It does make enough sense, I must say. Although I always remember the original Ghost House tile set to be like a little strange, like not a whole lot of walls. Okay, now this looks interesting. Just the way the wooden pillars are like going all over the place. And now it's auto-scrolling with the mist. I wonder if there's going to be a layer 2 with this. Or there's just no background because the author felt like it. Yeah, when you use layer 2, you can't really have a background. That's one of the restrictions. And switch, which you must hit. Don't let it fall over the edge. If you're really that stupid, if it falls over the edge, you're screwed. But I should have to work. Boss fight. Now it's using layer 2. So pretty much the whole point of this boss fight is to dodge the Eries as they keep coming and going. And to, well, grab these blocks while you can actually grab them while they're not in the ground due to them being on a separate layer. The layer 2 that moves, you're supposed to knock this guy out. Simple enough. This is coming from a guy who's made much more complex Big Boo bosses. Even though those take 3 hits, they're still way more complex. I'm gonna hang it up here for now. Having done 11 levels, I must say this is enough for now.